Hello, I am Dan, CEO and founder of Dan's Dog Walking and Pet Sitting, and I am so excited to introduce Dan's Pet Care University. We are going to be giving you, the pet parent, all the tools you need to train, bond, and live with your dog. And we are so excited that you've taken the first step in educating yourself and getting the tools you need to build a better life with your pet. Our goal with this course is to make you a more confident dog owner and help strengthen the bond between you and your pet. We're going to be covering the ABCs of everything training: sit, stay, come, and a whole bunch more. We're going to teach you how to transport your pet, the best ways to introduce a rescue to your home, potty training, and so much more. I'm so excited to introduce our head trainer, Tony Flanagan. Tony, take it away.
Thanks, Dan. I am Tony Flanagan, head trainer with Dan's Pet Care, and I've been working with dogs for over 12 years. I've worked with some of the biggest companies in Manhattan in the dog care industry. I knew dog training was my calling when I first adopted Munch, my first rescue Doberman. I got him from a Doberman rescue in Pittsburgh. The lady's name was Nancy. She found Munch, rescued him from a very bad situation in Pittsburgh, and she took care of him for over a year. And then I got the call that she had an available Doberman. Drove to Pittsburgh, pretty nerve-wracking going in there at first. When I met him, he came out with his favorite toy, walked directly towards me, dropped it in my lap, and I knew there and then this guy was coming home with me. Even though he looked very emaciated, he was very underweight, he was very ill, but I could see in his eyes, there was a speckle of light there in his eyes. He wanted love, he needed love. That he just craved attention from people because he came from such an abusive, bad, neglected situation. When I got Munch home for his first night in my apartment, he was a nervous wreck. He wouldn't go in his crate. He was pacing a lot. We slept in the kitchen for like 2 nights, me and him, which was awesome. It was a good way to bond with him. He was super sweet. He just wanted the love of a person, wanted that affection. He wanted to feel like he was wanted, like he was needed in a family, which of course was not in his life at all prior. But doing that, getting him back to a more normal way of life, back on the straight and narrow, just doing the basic training, I just fell in love with it. Like it just clicked. I knew this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Just a light bulb went off in my head. In order to better Munch's life, I had to reach out to numerous trainers to help me along the way. As I was brand new in the industry, learning the basics, which I loved, but I knew by hiring these trainers, it would not only benefit Munch, but it would benefit me, because I would be learning along the way. And I learned from some of the best trainers that I've ever met, retired cops, daycare trainers in Brooklyn that were very helpful to me. To get my foot in the door in the dog care industry, I started working with one of the biggest players in Manhattan, which was great for me. I started as a dog handler and was able to work my way up the ladder. Being a dog handler, I learned so much valuable experience being in a room with 40, 50, 60 dogs on a daily basis and having full control of that pack, me being the pack leader, is something I'll never forget. While working in the daycare industry in Manhattan, I was finally able to get the chance to become an apprentice dog trainer. This was the chance I was waiting for since I basically brought Munch home. This is what I was working up towards. Skip forward 4 or 5 years later, I was now an assistant trainer, and I finally got the opportunity to become a head trainer. Right after I became a head trainer, I adopted my second Doberman, Glimmer, from the same Doberman rescue in Pittsburgh. She came from a hoarding situation which was terrible. She was a sweetheart. She was only 1 year old. She instantly bonded with Munch. It's like they were family almost. So I first noticed with Glimmer that her behavioral issues were not as extreme as Munch's. She had more of a confidence issue. She was able to walk really good in a loose leash. Her basic commands were very good. But she was basically, for her whole life, she was locked up in a cage outside and was never let out. I could see with her that she was very vulnerable outside. She was very timid. She was afraid of balloons, garbage trucks, just loud noises outside. She needed to be desensitized to a lot of stuff, which Munch helped a lot with, because by this stage, Munch was very confident on leash. So as we walked to them together, she just vibed off him, and he was so helpful along the way. After countless months, days, weeks and hours of training with my Doberman kids, Munch and Glimmer, I was finally able to refine my training philosophy, which is I train dogs to understand their humans. During this course, we are going to work on the training basics: sit, stay, down, off, and countless other commands, which will empower you as a person and make you a more confident dog owner. I am so excited to join you on this journey to make you a better pet parent while improving your dog's way of life.
Oh hey, I'm Dan from Dan's Dog Walking. I'm gonna be popping up in this little circle thing throughout the videos. Kind of like, the Microsoft paperclip. I'm basically the Microsoft paperclip of the pet care industry. So I'm gonna be here to help you, little comedic relief, and help to highlight all the things Tony's gonna teach you. So I'll see you there.